What's going on, YouTube? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Looks like we got someone popping in. We're going to be hopping into a all signs horoscope and collective tarot reading here very soon. Just stay put there while we get everything set up, but everything should be good to go. We're going to be going also live on the Instagram, which is awesome if I can figure out how to do it. But those of you guys popping on, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to be getting started here in just a few minutes. So welcome to the stream. We are going to be starting with a collective horoscope for the week 15th of November through the 22nd. And then we're going to be going into each of the signs. So stay tuned here. We're going to be making sure that we're all set up here correctly with the Instagram. And Instagram knows what's going on. What's up, Instagram? All right, cool. So we're just waiting just a few minutes. What's up, guys? Everyone hopping on from YouTube, from Instagram. B, what's going on? B is a regular viewer of mine. What's up, B? B, we are live on YouTube. We got some viewers popping on here, and we're going to be going through a collective horoscope for this week, 15th to the 22nd of November. What's going on as stars for everyone, what's going on in life and in love and the general energies, and what the heck do we need to know. But more than that, as you guys know, if you've watched this channel for a while, is we're going to be going through the channeled oracle cards and the channeled tarot. Okay, so if you guys are here for love, you want some clarity around the situation, or you guys just want to know what the heck is going on in the stars or what's going on in life, you guys have come to the right place and the right spot. Okay. I'm just waiting a few minutes for everyone here on YouTube to settle in, pop on. Bren, what's going on? Hello, hello. And we're live on Instagram as well as YouTube here. All right, so let's just hop into it. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay on YouTube and on Instagram. If you guys are new here to my channel, this is Science of the Soul and Stars. So welcome. It's truly an honor to have you here, checking me out and watching me. And what I do is I give weekly and monthly horoscope updates for love and for life, for your horoscope sign in particular. And the reason I do this is because I believe love is one of the most powerful catalysts we have in our life when it comes to our personal growth and us reaching success and all of our desires, and most importantly, our greatest purpose here on earth. And so my mission is to guide and empower over 10,000 people, 10,000 light workers, to step into their true spiritual purpose, and also to build a spiritual-based business around that purpose so they can impact the world, but also live with wealth and abundance and success in their lives, okay? So that's our mission. If you guys want to learn more about that, you can check out the Patreon community that I am building over on my YouTube page. What's going on, Spirit Living? Good to see you. Where we talk about how to get started, and we go through things like how to read an astrology chart, how to read an astrology chart for clients, how to read the tarot, how to build a business off of the tarot, your guidance, and astrology, right? And we have a big mission over there. All right, so YouTube's looking good. Hello, what's going on, Cassandra? You're welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the chat. We're going to be going through a collective horoscope for all signs just in a minute here, and then we're going to be doing a channeled tarot reading. So those of you guys hopping on, I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you haven't heard of my YouTube channel, or you're new here, it's your first time, be sure to go check that out. And again, if you want those weekly and monthly updates for your horoscopes guide, be sure to subscribe. We'd love to have you as part of the Soul family. And if you do find this video helpful, and you watch me out on YouTube or Instagram, if you haven't seen it yet, be sure to like this video so it can be shown to more people, and we can guide more people as a collective. All right? So let's just get into it. Instagram, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to be showing the chart live. Okay, so if you want to see that, you can check out my YouTube page. It's being streamed live right now. And we have the chart up here, but I'll do my best to point out some stuff. We are reading off the chart here on my laptop. But you know what I'm going to do before I even do that? I'm not even going to go into the stars yet because I'm feeling like we need to do some channeled oracle first. All right? We're going to do some channeled oracle cards first here instead of the stars to start. Because I don't know, I feel like it sets up the container much better. And what am I thinking? I haven't even opened the ceremony yet. So let's go ahead and open the ceremony, and then we'll start channeling some oracle cards. Then we'll get into the horoscope, and then after that we'll get into the channeled tarot reading. This will be for all signs. I'm going to go through them real quick. Okay, so Instagram, we might not have time to go through all of them since I only have an hour on there. For those of you guys who are watching on YouTube, we'll be going through all signs after we go through the collective. Okay, so here we go. Taking this opportunity now to officially open this ceremony for all signs and the collective to be guided in love and in life for November 15th through the 22nd. Taking this opportunity to invite and call in my spirit guides, loved ones, ancestors, wise ones, masters, angels, and archangels to help guide the collective in love and in life for their highest good to the best of my ability for the 15th to the 22nd. Thank you so much, Spirit. The ceremony is now open. Archangel Michael wants you guys to know he's here and he's with us tonight. Welcome. All right, guys, here we go. So this is the Rumi Oracle deck. And this deck is amazing. Probably even more amazing if I were to read the definitions. But to be honest, this first part here is about just getting some channeled messages, because these are really visually appealing but generic cards. It gives me a chance to listen to my guidance to share whatever the heck needs to be set for the ceremony. So the intention for this draw right here is going to be around setting the stage for this ceremony, this reading in particular. Okay. So, Spirit, what's the general theme of what my audience watching right now needs to know, needs to learn about, needs to be aware of when it comes to love and of life? What's going on 15th to the 22nd, this upcoming week, that we need to be aware of that is affecting us? All right, that's the shuffle. All right. All right. So we have the Divine Discontent card popping up first, and because I didn't see that the deck was reversed, typically I don't read reversals, but the deck was reversed as I was shuffling it, so this card popped out reversed. Typically I don't read reversals, but I will take that as a little bit of an omen. There's something in all of our lives right now that we're still feeling a little bit discontented over, like it hasn't come to a fair bit of completion, or it hasn't been fully integrated, or just something hasn't come together in the highest possibility that we were hoping for or wanting to come in and through our lives. Also, the second message to this, and I've been getting this a little bit in the other readings I've been doing this week, is that the divine right now, right, there's a divine discontent in terms of what the divine wants us to step into. And so what I'm feeling is for people watching this right now, right, there's a little bit of a push or an urge to really step up into a new level of productivity, a new level of authenticity, a new level of healing. There's a discontentedness in a loving way from the divine right now saying, there's more you can be doing, and I feel like you know it, right, is what they're saying. We feel like you know what that is, what those things are. So it's all in love, but it is also saying it's time to, right now, really step into the things that you've been holding off on or not quite doing in the best of ways or not putting all of your effort or prioritizing for yourself. Now is the time to step into that new way of being and doing those things that you've been putting off for a long time. Okay? And also the other reason is this is the reason why with this Divine Discontent card, this is part of what's, like what I'm getting is there's no action without discontentedness, okay? And what that means is basically if you are feeling discontent in some area of your life, it's for a purpose. It's because that discontent is meant to drive you into doing the things that you have been not doing, that you've maybe been putting off for a little while here. So if you are feeling this divine discontent, just know that it's divine. It's for a purpose. It's to help drive you forward into doing the things that you've been wanting or needing to do for a long time. Now, we have the courage of your love popping up here. Okay? The courage of your love. What's up, John Villa and Jennifer? YouTube, if you guys are watching here, give me a like, give me a shout out, make sure to subscribe. Okay, let me know you guys are here, and I would love to hear from you. But the courage of your love. So I feel like this week, okay, two things, because this is two people standing together, looking at the overall vision or the potential of what could be in their lives. And so I feel like when it comes to love, we're being asked to be very courageous. Maybe to look at something we didn't want to look at before, or to be open to something we didn't want to be open to before, or if there's something we've realized or discovered about a love situation in our life, to really address that situation. Now is the time. There's a lot of urgency that I'm feeling for some reason in and around the situation. I also feel like it may be starting to be time for two people, right, or people to come together once again. And to envision what they want in their lives, but in a together, right? In a together way, instead of being solo. Because this is definitely, right? Whereas before, or this period that we've been leading up to, it's been you being asked to be on your own, to figure stuff out, or to just do things in a certain way. Now it's going to be with the partner, with the partner by your side. And this is part of, and I keep talking about this, but part of the collective transformation and what we're in right now is in and around partnerships. It's trying to show us that partnerships can be very harmonious to our purpose, our productivity, our mission in life, who we are as people and as individuals. And the more we step up into that, the greater we become. And we're being asked to embrace that potential right now. We have the Celestial Rose of Ma as the last card here. Okay, Instagram, apologies for the reflection there. We have the Celestial Rose of Ma here. And what this means to me is this is a little bit of it's kind of a deeper, darker, scary place that's coming up to the surface or wants to be seen on the surface. To me, this always appears as like a blood or a blood sacrifice. But this time it's really more so like peering into the depths beyond, peering into the darkness, into the crimson colored kind of violent array of stuff that really doesn't want to be seen or recognized or looked at very much. Kind of the uglier side of what there is here. So yeah, okay, that's the message that's coming through right now that just hit is basically like the thing that's keeping people apart right now, maybe in love situations or in general, is the fact that the collective's having a difficult time going through the healing that's necessary or looking at the stuff that they didn't really feel like looking at, right? How many guys are in the situation where maybe you've had some resistance to doing the things you meant to want to do because you didn't want to look at those reasons, or maybe you are with a partner who doesn't, or you just know of this. But that's the thing, really, that's keeping all of us maybe in some level of discontent and also separate from the other person. But I do see with the courage of your love, basically we have an opportunity to come together, but it's going to take that work being done. Okay? So, wow. One more card because this was on the bottom of the deck. So this is the all-encompassing hand here. Okay. What's up, Barbara? Hi from LA. I'm from LA too. I'm here in Marina Del Rey. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the channel. All right, all-encompassing hand. So I feel like through all of this, through having the courage in your situation to look at the stuff you don't really want to look at or feel like looking at, that is going to enable you to get and receive everything else in your life that you've needed or want to receive. For example, if you want more money, if you want stability, if you want another opportunity at your job, if you want to progress and feel fulfilled in your life, it has to come through digging deep into those painful areas, but also particularly the focus is in and around partnerships with the courage of your love. So it's not just doing, more work on yourself necessarily. Yes, it is around that, but it's doing the work in and around a partnership or partnerships that work that's required to bring you two together, that is also the same work that will also bring you your abundance, the all-encompassing hand, everything you could have ever wanted or imagined. So beautiful, intense beginning to this reading, you guys. Very, very intense, very interesting. And a lot we can say about that. So let's go ahead and jump into the stars, okay? So again, I apologize on Instagram. You guys won't be able to see, but we have the chart up and live on the screen here on YouTube if you want to check that out. I'm at Science of the Soul and Stars. You guys on YouTube, thanks for watching. If you are enjoying this video so far, be sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you can join the Soul family and get regular weekly and monthly updates on your horoscope sign, love, and life. All right, before we jump into the Wild Unknown Tarot, we are going to take a look at the stars and what's going on right now. So, as I speak, November 15th, 2020. We have a trine from Venus in Libra over to the North Node. So right away, I love astrology because it confirms the intuition. It confirms channeled oracle. But there's a potential flow or harmonious movement forward when it comes to working through and with our relationships and love and balance within those relationships and progressing forward within our destinies, the North Node in Gemini. Okay? So this trine right here, very harmonious. However, there's also a square from the North Node from Gemini to Neptune right now, meaning that although there's an opportunity for a lot of harmony and flow moving forward within our relationships and love, there's also a little bit of friction when it comes to balancing the head versus the heart. And so this has been a theme that's been going on for quite a while, meaning that the things that our heart is trying to share with us and tell us, especially if we tend to be more stubborn in life, sometimes get lost when it comes to trying to understand how that works practically and tangibly in the world and how it can move us forward. That's North Node in Gemini. North Node in Gemini, the belief is underlying that in order to progress, we need to really be open intellectually to many different points of view, but also mostly logically figure out the solution. And square over to Neptune is saying any spiritual, heart-centered beliefs or realizations that want to come through might carry with it some conflict or some tension with our ability to think that's going to actually move us forward. Neptune square to the North Node. But just know, what my feeling here is, okay, our intuitions are speaking very loudly. Our hearts are speaking very loudly when it comes to love, when it comes to our relationship or relationships, when it comes to a certain person, because we also have Neptune trining Juno over here in Scorpio. So our intuitions are going to show us the way forward here, very tangibly. They're going to show us the way forward and how to progress when it comes to being with a certain person, or that you want to be with a certain person, or that you have love for a certain person, and how to be in a relationship with them. The question is, are we going to allow this to be integrated in both head and in heart? And are we going to allow some of this love and intuition to bypass the skepticism of the mind, which might be present with North Node in Gemini? Naraya says, hello everyone. Hello Naraya, what's going on? Thank you for joining. Appreciate you being here. Right, so this is tough here. This is tough here, head and heart stuff that we've been dealing with for a little while. But if you guys are hearing this message, just know, all right, that the messages you are continuously receiving from your heart, because your heart will never give up, no matter how hard you try to not hear it. All right, what happens is it just gets louder and louder and louder until your body produces physical symptoms all over the place. And sometimes, you know, our hearts can be trying to tell us a truth so loudly that when we don't hear it, we get physical symptoms. I don't know why I'm being called to say this, but they get physical symptoms in places we don't even think the heart is related to, that show up as an illness or a symptom or just a bad feeling in the body. But it's actually related to what the heart's trying to share with us that we're not listening to. Right? Does this make sense? So if you guys are experiencing, I don't know why I was called to say that, but if you guys are experiencing physical symptoms or feeling tired, down, pain, lethargy, right, anything, right? Listen to what your heart is trying to tell you that it's not able, or feeling it's able to express to you to get through, and that's your answer. I know that sounds weird, but North Node square Neptune, that's a big deal for the body, because the conflict between head and heart can cause some real issues. Here. What's going on, Luis? Luis Museums. Okay. So yeah, I'd spent a lot of time talking about that. Let's talk about Mercury opposite Uranus and Lilith here. Big time opposition here. So yeah, this right here is the deep, dark, celestial rose kind of blood sacrifice I was talking about. And what I mean by that is Mercury in opposition to Lilith and Uranus, it's like, oh my gosh, we really, like, we know there might be logically a need to go down there into the ickiness of the truth that we don't want to face inside of ourselves, or there's like a dark hidden power or something inside of us that we don't want to feel or embrace that keeps coming up. And Mercury's like, we know we need to go there, but yet we really don't want to, because it's hesitant, and it maybe wants to stay a little bit more on the surface level above it all. But Mercury is in Scorpio, and what that means is that basically, well, and with this in Taurus here, it's like not wanting to go there because of feeling like you'd rather just focus on what's here in front of you now, in present, like maybe just having fun, enjoying life, you know, casual times, fun times, good food, right? You know, just distractions of what's here on the earth. And when Mercury here is in Scorpio going, no, there's a transformation. We're internally knowing there's a transformation needed. There's something we need to go look at, and there's work to be done. But it's not wanting to be done here. I feel like that's the resistance here in the collective a little bit, of that deep, dark, scary work that wants to come through. Okay. And we also have, wow, a lot of cool stuff going on. We have Juno conjunct the Sun, making a trine to Neptune. So again, that's around that certain person. But also, more importantly, sextiling Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn. So what that means is basically this, again, and this is all being confirmed. This is what my intuition was telling me. But our work being done in and through relationship with a certain person, having the courage of our love show up here. This is what is really important when it comes to actually progressing in society, in changing the dynamic of society, in progressing forward as a collective, as a people here. It's around love. It's around our transformation in love. It's around doing the work for love, for a certain person, and having the courage to do that as well, with the courage of your love. So really, really important themes here, guys. Cannot stress enough. Only you can be you. Yes, absolutely, 100%. Only you can be you says, wow, her heart, she can feel it getting louder, right, and showing symptoms. I knew I was being called to channel that for someone or something, but I feel like it's a lot of people. It's like we don't realize when we push down the messages our heart's trying to share with us, it just gets louder. It just gets more intense, and it wants to show up more. And if you don't address it, then progressively things start to happen in the body, like disease, that get us to wake up to the fact that there's something wrong. So all of these, I mean, guys, not to go too far off tangent, but 2020, we're living in a time where 76% of people leave a doctor's office with prescription medication. We're living in a time where 50% by 2025 of people will be considered obese, and 30% of those morbidly obese, where 1,800 people a day die of heart disease. I mean, this is 2020, and yet people aren't realizing that there's just messages and signs the body wants us to talk to us about and to tell us, a lot of the times from the heart, especially when it comes to love, self-love, love of another, or love of that is coming from childhood in some way. But this will produce physical symptoms. So anyways, pay attention to your body. If you want to know more about that, shoot me a message. We could talk. But this love that we're cultivating here and through a relationship, Sun conjunct Juno, sextile, Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, you guys got to realize it's connected. Our ability to love and thoroughly heal through the relationship with another is is what's helping. The opportunity is here to help us progress in society and change the ways that we are. I don't know how exactly yet. I just know that that's the case. Moving on to the next couple days this week, let me see if there's anything of importance. By the way, Mars just went retrograde, or it just came direct, I'm sorry. I believe today, actually, or late yesterday, was a new moon in Scorpio. So I should have mentioned that. Let's actually look exactly when that was really quickly. Oh, then we got to talk about this. The moon conjunct the south node in Sagittarius. Oh yeah, we got to talk about that for 1 second. All right, hold on. All right, here we go. So yeah, actually yesterday, late at night yesterday, was a new moon in Scorpio. All right, so let me talk about that. Today is the first day of that new moon, of what happened recently. That was the paradigm shift. So this is a new cycle, a new beginning, and a new change in some area of your life. Now, what it's related to, definitely, with the moon being conjunct Juno, is our realization or breakthrough around who and what type of person we want to be with, to commit to. How do we want to commit to that person? What's it going to be like? And what do we need to do to change ourselves or to transform to be with that person overall in the long term? If you're realizing, oh, I need to work on my job, I need to work on my business, I need to work on myself, my healing, my divine masculine, my divine feminine, this is also that you can be with a certain person. Maybe you're realizing this. If you don't or are not with a certain person, or maybe you have someone, maybe you're getting ready for someone, right? But either way, this is definitely on the collective's mind. With Juno conjunct the moon, this is in our heart space. How can it not be? So big fluxes and changes here. And with this in a trine to Neptune, guys, yeah, our hearts are screaming at us for sure to start to really get clear and to do some work when it comes to the divine realization of wanting to be with a certain person. I just kept getting this feeling of a divine realization or epiphany coming through at this time for a lot of us. All right. So yeah, a lot of stuff breaking into our power, new paradigm around that. I feel like this is the start of the work. This new cycle, this new moon, this next month. This is the start of the work it's going to take to be ready and to be with a certain person. Or if you're already with the person, to come together in a truly divine, equal, loving, highest way. Okay? This is the start of a real new realization of that truth and the work behind it. And it's going to be about a month here. All right? If any of you guys are wondering, you know, if you're not with someone, you want to be back with someone, or something like that, it's about a month from now when that will come to a new culmination. But this is the work that's being done. Okay, Moon in Sag, right on the 15th, trining Chiron. I already went over the 15th, but for sure, this is about healing a heart space as well, our heart space collectively. Now on the 16th, we have Moon conjunct South Node opposite the North Node in Gemini here, guys. Definitely when it comes to anything that we felt was true in the past that's no longer relevant for us or has been causing us issues, either belief systems, religious beliefs. These things are also causing tension and are calling for integration between the truth of what is now or what's needed now in our heart space to heal. So this, to me, this means there might be like, okay, I believe some things are a certain way in the past that I'm realizing no longer true, but maybe I'm resistant to getting to the root of those things or letting those things go in a real way. And it's not letting me progress forward, but those are the things to look at for sure, guys. I think that's part of the shedding that needs to happen here with the celestial rose of Ma. I'm gonna have to grab some water here in a second, guys, so forgive me for that, but I can feel my voice getting hoarse. I don't want to lose my voice. Oh, it's fun though. If you guys are enjoying this on YouTube, be sure to hit that like button. It helps our channel grow so we can guide more people. And if you haven't joined already, be sure to subscribe and to join the Soul family. We'd love to have you. You guys on YouTube, check me out at Science of the Soul and Stars with Brandon Tobias. Okay. Appreciate you guys being on here. So, November 17th, let's move through the rest of the week here, guys. I'm just going to stop if I see something big, or if you guys want me to cover something in particular, let me know in the chat, and I'll cover it. But otherwise, we'll get into the collective tarot reading for you guys. All right. So nothing quite is popping out too big right now. This day is calming us off. November 19th coming up here, middle of the week, this upcoming week. So we have a trine from Venus to Ceres. We still got that opposition with Mercury and Uranus, so the work we're going to be called to do of looking at this ugly stuff that we don't want to look at is going to be reminded to us consistently throughout the week. It's important to know, guys. And then the big thing that I wanted to stop and talk about, yeah, is this square from the moon in Aquarius over to Lilith and Uranus. So, yeah, what this means, moon in Aquarius is concerned about progressive change on an emotional level. So really there might be an emotional feeling or attachment to needing something or to shift something in our lives or in society, the lives of society or other people, to promote union and harmony. And this might be in conflict with some of that deeper, sensual, sexual, passionate energy that we feel to make us alive when it comes to Lilith here in Uranus conjunct in Taurus. So the calling here is really to embrace all of ourselves. If there's any part of ourselves or yourself that is not feeling that you're worried about, or that you are fearful of, or you don't want to go towards, maybe something happened with that side of you in the past, or there was some trauma around it, that is really being called to be integrated as well coming up this week. So a lot of healing stuff I'm noticing, a lot of healing stuff this week. A couple more days and we'll get into the channeled tarot reading for you guys. And let's see what else we got here in the next couple days that would serve us. Moon conjunct Ceres, still trine Venus, a lot of love stuff, guys. Making a sextile to Lilith and Uranus, good. Starts to round out a little bit there. Sun trine Chiron towards the end of the week, 21st, 22nd, good. And trine Neptune, good. So by the end of the week, 22nd here, this is a great ending to the week because we've got several trines going on. We've got the Sun trine Chiron over here in Aries, beautiful. Juno and Mercury trine, looks like Ceres and the Moon in Pisces. So I feel this is a new spiritual related paradigm that we're really stepping strongly and confidently into with a lot of joy, a lot of openness, a lot of happiness again. Okay, this is really self-love. This is self-love and stepping into a new power or realization about ourselves that we didn't even know we had. That's really going to help us to move forward. But a little bit of a tougher week in terms of healing, meaning that there's going to be a lot of stuff we maybe don't want to look at that is kind of coming in. But definitely by the end of the week it starts to round out, come into a little bit more of a flow, and by the end of the week, if you've done your work, you're going to be feeling really good about yourself, very confident, have a lot of self-love, and a lot of harmony coming in as well. Okay? So good stuff. I'm going to grab my water bottle because I need a little drink of water. You guys don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, take a drink of water, get some notes. If you're on YouTube, let me know what kind of stuff you guys want to see, and I'll be back in 1 second. All right, hope you guys didn't go anywhere. I'm right here. All right, so we are going to go ahead on YouTube and come back to the tarot table. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember, new moon in Scorpio. So this was yesterday. Today's the first day. We're stepping into that new paradigm. If you guys felt a shift, definitely let me know what kind of shift you guys felt, what it's feeling like now, what you guys are going through, and what that means for you. You know, I'll just say for me, it's really felt like anything that was kind of hanging on emotionally from the past that wasn't serving me or allowing me to step fully into what I need to do, which is my spiritual-based business, and helping others see their vision and create the same thing. That kind of, it didn't go away, but it was like integrated. It was like, now I can use that as energy instead of holding me back. So look and see how this past month for you, anything that's been like dragging you down or making you feel burdensome or weary or anything like that, look and see how you can use that for fuel and passion to either heal or to progress forward in your purpose. There's only two options here, guys. There's two options when it comes to this time and what we're being asked to do in a big way. Option number one is to heal and find a way to heal our past traumas, the dark parts of ourselves, the parts of ourselves that have sabotaged ourselves from the past, or have sabotaged a relationship, or have just not been up to the highest standard, either to heal or to really progress forward in our purpose, in our passion, in our spiritual business, or not spiritual business, but just our authentic business that is built out of passion as opposed to obligation. The choice that we have right now in our lives right now, guys, is basically, are we going to continue doing things out of obligation for a certain person, for a job, for whatever it is, a relative, or are we going to do the things we actually enjoy doing, that we get fueled by, that we can genuinely serve the world in an authentic manner? We're being asked right now, if you're not in a place where you need healing, to really examine that and to step forward in that. Okay? Awakening the Soul said, mine is what do I want? Who am I outside of my body, the spiritual being? Where is the divine God? I feel a lot of heaviness being, yeah, 100%, 100%. Where is it divine? A lot of lifted out of love being restored, just being unknown. I mean, that's the other thing, is like, we're asking to be, less so now, I feel, because, Mars just went direct, and, this new moon just happened. I feel like there's more clarity coming in, but we're still being asked in an area of our life to be in a full trust mode, and to just follow the steps one step at a time. And if we can do that, and I feel like a lot of us are really starting to gain more trust for life, more trust for the divine, more trust for the universe, just to lead our way, and to just trust in that even more, just slowly but surely. That's all we're being required to do right now. Okay. All right, so we are going to do a collective, okay, Spirit wants to do 3. We are going to do a collective love reading, love and life general tarot reading. So this is around my collective audience. No sign in particular, just a general collective reading for all of what we need to know. Again, it could go towards the audience with me right now. Could be general for whoever listens to this in the future. What's up, Andy? Or it could be just general things. But this is in love and in life, what we need to know, what's going on in the stars and the tarot. Andy, you just missed, we did a whole astrology, a whole horoscope for the last week. It was awesome. If you want to check out the replay, it'll be on my YouTube channel, Science of the Soul and Stars. All right. So, again, calling on my spirit guides, loved ones, masters, wise ones, angels, archangels, to help guide the collective in love and life for the 15th to the 22nd of November. Please tell us what we need to know in love and in life, and we have some answers here. All right, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the Fool, the Son of Cups, the Two of Cups. There's the beloved relationship right there. This is the union that I channel for specifically, the divine union. This is two individuals that have come together, equal but opposite energies that are complementary, like the sun and the moon, meant to progress each other in their mission, their purpose here on Earth. And they may trigger the crap out of each other to help them heal and get there. So this is in the forefront of the reading once again. Let me know on YouTube if you're dealing with someone who triggers the crap out of you. I'm just kidding. Be polite. We have the Hanged Man up first and the Fool here. So I feel like right now, okay, the collective has been in a place where they're really trying to, I'm feeling like logically gain a new perspective over the way life works, over their life, over the way things are working in their life. But either way, I feel that there's a new perspective, a fresh perspective coming in about how things are and what you want, actually, is what I'm feeling. And it's a clean slate, I feel, within your own personal life that's really come in strong. It's no coincidence here. We just hit the new moon in Scorpio and we have the Fool card. So after a period of reflection, trying to gain a new perspective and really hide in the shadows here, not in a bad way. Sometimes this is necessary to get, what we need to get in terms of clarity. But now we're in a really exciting, fresh, and engaging energy to move forward. Now, there is, underneath the deck, we have the Son of Swords, all right? So what this is to me, again, this is that divine discontentment card that we had in the oracle reading earlier. this divine discontentment card, meaning that our mind, for some reason, is feeling like we don't have everything we want. Maybe there's something that's still on the horizon that we want to come together, or that's just not working out right, and we are just feeling a little bit burdened or attacked by our own mind, or just, kind of restless. That's the word, restless, that comes to mind. Because this whole thing that's coming together, Ace of Pentacles, is slowly moving together, but it is moving together and it is progressing. And Spirit wants you to know that. This whole situation, there's a fresh new potential on the horizon that's starting, but the reason why it's maybe slower than normal, slower than we'd want it to be, is because it's a real, grounded, tangible new beginning, maybe even a partnership and situation with this situation here that you guys are in. And the whole reason why this is happening, we have Son of Cups here, is so that we can truly offer authentically from our hearts our divine love and fill up our own cups first before giving to another. This is absolutely required before we can move into that beloved union and partnership that we want to. So if there is still healing to be done in one or both parties inside of our hearts emotionally, there's not going to be a way really to be harmonious in this relationship. It might have even led to separation in order for this to be cleaned up. And again, Spirit wants us to know that's because there's still some stuff laying around in our heart space. We truly haven't learned maybe yet, but we're working on it, how to love ourselves fully first and fill up our own cups before we can offer it to another. This is the concentration or the focus right now this week for the collective and our viewers here. All right, but Two of Cups is here. Two of Cups is here. There is the formulation of a beautiful divine partnership coming together. That's what this whole thing is kind of leading towards. Now, Judgment shows up. Judgment shows up because this is the divine actually stepping into this situation and ensuring that anyone or anything that's not fully in alignment with themselves or with this partnership is out to the wayside. There's a divine power coming in, shooing away all of the other dark forces and saying, no more of that. We are only allowing the best of the best to be in your life, and whatever it takes, we're going to accomplish that. So what I'm getting around this is if there's other people hanging around you, if there's not a good job that's around you, if there's not a good situation, you're going to be led away from that because it's actually a blessing in disguise that's going to allow you to progress in a real way, in an actual harmonious and aligned way with your life. So it's not a coincidence if you get some divine intervention in a situation. Could be a job, relationship, family member, whatever. If this happens, know that it's because of this partnership wanting to form, this real partnership wanting to form in a harmonious way. Okay? So this is the general theme of what's going on right now. We are going to do, we're going to draw some more cards and just get some further detail. So the Son of Swords, I want to put this right next to the header card. This popped out, okay? The Spirit really wants us to emphasize, or to be emphasized upon us, this divine discontentment, this feeling of restlessness or anxiety or worry in the mind. Okay, this is something that's happening this week. Justice just popped out, okay? So balancing of the scales. Again, divine karma coming in with the Judgment and the Justice card. So whatever has not been even or balanced in your life here, if there has been more giving than receiving or more receiving than giving in any situation, things are being balanced out. People are being balanced out. Relationships are being balanced out. So it's coming into greater and greater harmony. And it's shedding off everything else that's not allowing that to be in the best possible harmony possible for you in your life. Yep, Awakening the Soul says, my divine counterpart really annoys me. Said, yay. Yeah, I love it. And yes, Awakening the Soul says, like what I do outside of society. Yes, this is, when I talk about spiritual business, I'm saying anything you do outside of what's normal for society, what would normally get you a job or an A+ in college that you really love and you're really good at naturally, that's the thing you got to do. That's very simple. I never in a million years thought I'd be reading tarot and doing astrology. Believe me, I was a D1 football player. I would have laughed at myself. Turns out I happen to have a really good skill for it, and life allowed me and pushed me into doing this, and I love it. And it never would have been seen as normal or okay, still isn't by a lot of people, but gives me joy, fills me up, and is very successful for me. All right, we have the 5 of Pentacles, the Tower, the 9 of Wands pops up again, and the 9 of Cups. So I say again because the 9 of Wands is, in this deck at least, the Wild Unknown, my almost completed card. Meaning that if you're on a journey, a spiritual journey of healing and growth and moving forward, or with this person, or healing your heart, and you're still on the journey and it's not quite done yet, but it is almost done. It's the 9 of Pentacles, meaning it's almost reached a culmination. Thank you guys for watching and joining, by the way. I see all you guys' comments. And it's been popping up in almost every collective reading that I've been doing. So it's like Spirit saying, all right, we're still on the journey, we're still progressing, there's still some situation not fully resolved, but it's okay, because, excuse me, that was a big yawn, because in the end it's going to give us our true selves back, our true hearts back. There's been a lot of stuff that's really changed us as people, you know, in this society, and not allowed us to be fully authentic to ourselves, and we're on the journey to undoing all that stuff, to be quite frank with you guys. Now we have the Fool card in the Tower that popped up here. Okay, so with this new perspective, this new fresh start, this is a drastic change that's happening. This new perspective, it's going to carry over into a big way in other areas of your life, I feel. And it's going to free you up to be able to do some stuff with your life you never thought possible. That's coming through in a big way. Whereas in the past here, this 5 of Pentacles and the Hanged Man, yeah, there was maybe some burden, some hard times, some depression, some scarcity mindset around finances. That is big time coming into a shift and a breakthrough. Okay, for the people watching, my collective audience, there's a big shift when it comes to your ability to feel like there's a brand new start when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your stability, when it comes to having hope in life, and the, just the outcome of it, or the outlook of it. There's a whole new fresh start and change if you allow that to come in. There's some new paradigm, there's some new way of seeing the world that wants to come here in. I'm seeing it. If you allow and open the door to that right now, and this is going to change everything. All right, so I don't know what that is for you guys, but let me know in the comments on YouTube and Instagram if you guys have some ideas. But the 9 of Wands and the Magician here. So Spirit wants us to know that this beloved union, which always pops up in my readings here, that's what I channel for, is actually being manifested by the divine at this time. All right, so you can take your foot off of the gas here when it comes to being with or doing things or wanting to do things for and with a certain person. It's actually being manifested on your behalf if you're doing your own work. Does that make sense? The faster you do your own work, whatever that is, whether it's healing or it's progressing in your spiritual-based business. When I say spiritual, it just means your passion business that's outside of normal society, that you're really good at, that you can make money from, probably, that you know of. If you do that work, Spirit will take care of the rest. And Spirit will give you the partnership that you deserve to be happy and to be fulfilled. That is literally in the stars right now, guys. I want to emphasize that, yeah, it's manifested by the divine. It's in the stars right now. We saw in the astrology part, Juno conjunct the Sun in Scorpio, trine Neptune. I mean, literally divine is manifesting your person to be by your side should you continue to have faith and do the work. It's Juno, guys. It's the life partner energy. And Venus is making a trine too to the North Node. So it is there's a destined person here. And I don't know, you might know them, you might not. You probably do know them. What Spirit's saying too with the Magician and 9 of Cups is not only is Spirit manifesting this on your behalf, karmically, balancing the scales, but it's actually everything you've ever wanted. And Spirit's going to make sure of that. And I just know that because, I mean, I don't know if you guys can see on YouTube or Instagram, but The 3 cards in a row that came out on this row or this line is judgment, okay, leaving it up to the divine to make the changes necessary. Justice, evening out a relationship, a partnership, and the karmic work between 2 people, leading to the 9 of Cups here. So when I say the divine's taking care of this one, guys, I mean it. You can focus on you, your healing, and your business and not worry about this anymore, because it is coming together in the most special of ways. What Spirit is asking for us to do right now? Bottom of the deck, we have Son of Pentacles. Son of Pentacles, meaning we can only know the next step at a time in our progression, in our journey. We can only know the next step right now moving forward, okay? Son of Pentacles is taking it one step at a time. He or she is determined, all right? But they don't know what the heck is lying beyond this veil, but they are moving forward slowly. So that is all that's being asked from us to get this, is to move forward with our instructions, with our duties, our responsibilities, one step at a time as the days pass. Don't give up. Don't allow your mind to throw you into chaos here. I don't know why I'm cleaning this up, because we have one more row to do. Oh shoot, I messed up the order of this big time. We'll just, there we go. That's pretty much how it was. Because we got to do the final outcome row. Don't allow the mind to take over and to make you think that it's not going to happen, because it is. Promise you it is. This is, if you're watching this right now, this is a sign to you that whatever situation you have in the hopes or the wings that you haven't really had time or been able to focus on, that's coming together if you allow the divine to take care of it and take one step at a time. Hit that like button on YouTube if you guys are enjoying this content. Helps my channel and this video grow so we can guide more people. And if you haven't joined already, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can join the Soul family. We'd love to have you. And I do weekly and monthly horoscope updates for your love and your life on a weekly and monthly basis. All right, Spirit, we're looking for the last row here, which is the overall outcome of this week for the collective audience. What does my audience, what does the collective need to know? When it comes to love and life for the 15th to the 22nd, what do we need to know? Let's talk about it. Daughter of Cups flew out, and the Son of Cups. Oh gosh, you guys got to see this. This is incredible. We'll check that out in a second. All right, this is overall outcome energy. Wow. Okay. Okay, first of all, I was guided to put this Daughter of Cups in the middle row, and I didn't know why. Well, guess what is above the Daughter of Cups? The Son of Cups here. Okay, so we have matching energies here. Matching energies. This is you and your person represented together. However, this is the version of each other that maybe was together, that was younger, or just, acting out in like a younger, more immature way, or a way that still needs healing or evolution or growth. So maybe you were on a journey with someone, you both weren't acting in your highest integrity. Yes, you too, definitely. And that person wasn't either. And you're still on that journey with this person. This is the beloved relationship, by the way. And you still feel connected with that person, but maybe you're not together with them. And that's because of the need to grow and progress. Now, what Spirit wants you to know is that this has caused a lot of sadness and heartache, I know, for you, but also for this person. So if you're wondering if it's affected this person as much as it's affected you, it absolutely 100% has, because they can feel it and they can feel you just as strongly as you can feel them. Spirit wants me to tell you this right now. And they realize that they've got work to do just as you've realized you have work to do in your own way here. All right, so don't worry about that. But yeah, I just thought it was funny. We got, not funny, but just incredible. We got the Son of Cups followed by the Nine of Wands, the journey, and then the Daughter of Cups. So the journey together here is growing, is stepping into your highest potential together, but separately, if that makes sense. The Four of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. So absolutely what wants to come through with you guys, with this union, with this partnership, is coming together practically to work together to accomplish a common goal. So this for me is my practicality card. It's all good to talk about spiritual woo-woo, divine reunion, all these things, but also there's an essence of, is this going to work together practically? Can we actually build the life and build the adventure that we want to build? Spirit is saying absolutely. Not only do you have this divine connection, this is a connection that works really well on Earth to help you both succeed on your mission. It's good for the Earth as well as your own life. The Four of Wands here telling me that you two building a happy, healthy home and celebrating together will help both of you reach your divine mission. Guys, I'm getting chills as I say this because I don't know if you guys realize how powerful this union is. This person that you were talking about in your life that I think you know about, this person will help you reach your mission and your goal 100%, and you're going to help them just naturally without even trying. And Spirit wants you to know that this is going to lead to happiness. There's a vision behind this. It's a shift that's happening. So this journey has caused both of you guys a lot of heartache and sadness. If you didn't think that they were going through it, they are definitely going through it. We have the Empress card with the Magician and the Two of Cups. So I feel like what this is saying is this is in bloom, okay? So it's coming, it's blooming, it's growing, and the essence of this, what is being manifested by Spirit, this union of Two of Cups, is quite astounding, okay? And maybe it's something that grew out of the darkness and into the light, something that you never thought could happen or thought it was impossible that would happen. Maybe that's why you guys are surprised that the divine is manifesting this, but it is, and they are. And it's going to be quite beautiful. It's a new fertile beginning, a new fertile foundation for unlimited opportunities and growth for everyone involved here, guys. And we finish out with the Six of Pentacles. So to me, this ending the journey here is telling me that this whole thing has been leading to the ability to equally give and receive with you and yourself and your partnership. And I know this because it's underneath the Nine of Cups here, wish fulfillment, underneath justice, balancing out the scales, and underneath judgment. So this is the divine literally taking care of anything that was not equally giving and taking, okay, in your relationship, in your life. Anything that was out of alignment with that was not giving you what you deserve truly, or not allowing you to receive what you deserve to receive truly. Or if you're watching this and you weren't giving fully to a partnership, that the divine is intervening on, because it wants you all to have true love and true wish fulfillment, and it needed to balance the scales. So if you guys are wondering if you're in a separation, why? The answer is right here, because you guys both had a lot of work to do. Look at this. You're on the journey together. This is part of the journey you're taking together. The divine needed to balance out these scales and give you what you really deserve, the wish fulfillment and the ability to be giving and receiving equally in your own right. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So many chills from this reading, guys. This is absolutely beautiful. We have two more cards. The overall outcome energy is the Son of Pentacles, which was already on the bottom of the deck. So again, it's what Spirit wants us to know, which is right now, it's asking you guys to fully dive in and to fully trust this situation, to take one step at a time, and that's it. Because that's all we're being given. If you guys are watching this video and you're like, all right, well, when? How? What's going to happen? Well, this is all we're being given. You guys are watching this video. You have your next steps. Those next steps are going to be given to you by the divine, and you're being asked to trust, put your head down, and take it one step at a time in order to progress. All right? So it's a beautiful, beautiful reading here for you guys. We have the Ace of Wands here on the bottom of the deck to end this reading, and basically what that means, guys, is there is, to think of life and to be in unlimited potential when it comes to manifesting and receiving all things in life that you want to desire, when it comes to creating the life you want and desire, and to have a new optimistic outlook when it comes to life, when it comes to manifestation and manifesting the life you want to live. That is, I believe, the new paradigm that's coming in, is this optimism around what kind of life you would like to create for yourself, all right, that will then serve you to then later be in this partnership. Because right now what Spirit's telling me is the divine is taking care of the relationship, so you can focus on what you need to focus on, and not worry about that as much, and focus on building something from the ground up that's really spectacular with unlimited potential possibilities in alignment with your greatest dreams and desires. Okay? So beautiful, beautiful reading, guys. I mean, you know, I'm going to leave it there just because I think that was a lot, and that was pretty darn thorough and clear to me. I'm not gonna, you know, who knows if it was accurate. You guys tell me if it was accurate, but pretty thorough and clear, at least as it came through. So if you guys like this, I mean, definitely hit that like button and be sure to subscribe. Join the Soul family if you want continued updates just like this. And if you missed the beginning of the video, if you're on Instagram, check out the replay on YouTube. We'll have the horoscope, the full horoscope out in the beginning of the video so you can check out what's going on in the stars. And I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let me just read some chats, questions here, and answer any questions that might have came in here. Spirit Living, thank you so much for, she said, validation. Let me read some chats here and see what we got. Wow, and manifested by the divine. I love it. How did you find your spiritual path? Perhaps you can do a video on that topic. So Goldie asked, how did you find your spiritual path? Goldie, I would love to create, and I am creating more content around that. That's actually exactly what my Patreon community is going to be diving into. So how I found my spiritual path, how I came into my spiritual gifts, quote unquote, from being a D1 football player, not knowing what the heck I was here to do, to coming into my true spiritual alignment. That's all going to be talked about. How to build a spiritual business, how to learn your life purpose through astrology and tarot. If you want more info on that, there's going to be exclusive content only in my Patreon community, which you can check out in the description box below or one of my other videos on YouTube. But I'll answer the question here, but if you guys want to know more, definitely check out the Patreon. So Goldie says, as someone who's coming into your own spiritual, I'm curious to know others' experience or advice. My advice to that is essentially, so there's a big difference here in thought processes or just ways of looking at life. The one is being exclusively tied to the head or to logic, right? And that way of life is trapped by our conditioning or the things we've been taught by other people, our parents, teachers, colleges, whatever the heck we've learned. There's a certain frame of mind that we've been trained to look at life in, yeah? And sometimes this perspective from the mind doesn't allow the truth of our bodies, or our heart, or our intuition to guide our path. Because the mind gets so strengthened and so strong and logical about what we think we should be doing that it controls the heart. Does this make sense? And you cannot step into your true spiritual path or heart if you are being led by solely the mind. So you have to get out of the mind first. This took about 2 years for me to do. I did breath work and Reiki. For me, it was breath work and Reiki and study of astrology that really broke me out of, and meditation that broke me out of solely relying on the mind. Now, my mind still, it controls a lot of my life, but I don't let it control me anymore, for the most part. Does that make sense? I don't let it control my decisions or my path anymore. I let it help my decisions, but my decisions come from my heart. Does that make sense? So when you start relying on I know it sounds woo-woo, but literally relying on your heart to make decisions. If you ask your heart a question, literally go, okay, should I go meet with this person? Yes or no? Should I, what is my purpose here? What can I do to create a business? What do I need to do right now? Your heart will, and you listen, or you're open for visions, or you're open to feelings. Your heart will tell you exactly what you need to know. Even if it doesn't make sense logically, if you learn to slowly trust your heart in moving you forward as opposed to your mind, it will eventually lead you into full alignment with your path, okay? So, and there's there's a whole backstory to that I had to quit. For me, I had to quit my job, just be in this co-living woo-woo hippie spot in Venice, California, for like 3 months without money coming in. I had barely enough saved, and it was just this full trusting period of my life that deconditioned the crap out of me real fast. But we'll talk about more about that some other time. Let's see. How do you find it? We said, why does it feel like you don't care? Feeling like it doesn't matter anymore, even when you were so intense about the relationship. Why does it feel like you don't care? Feeling like it doesn't matter anymore. I'm not sure what you mean, awakening the souls. Maybe you mean feeling like it doesn't matter. Why does it feel like you don't care? Feeling even when you're so intense. Oh, I get it. So you're asking generally. So she's asking if you're not feeling as intense anymore about a relationship, or you're not caring as much. This is actually okay. It's actually something that's allowing us to step more so onto our divine path personally, within our business, within our lives. So it's disconnecting from a space of like heaviness and sorrow so we can move forward, if that makes sense. At least that's my interpretation of it, because I've experienced the same thing, where it was so heavy, it was so intense previously that I just wasn't motivated to do the things I wanted to do in like this for you guys. But now that's kind of lightened up a little bit from this new moon in Scorpio. So it's really helping us to progress forward. I love it. Why does the wish fulfillment need to come true only after it's been so trashed and destroyed? Essentially, we forgot. Yes, Goldie, we have forgotten who we really are. Listening to your heart the same as listening. Yes, it is. Correct. Intuition and heart is the same thing. Well, that I'm going through now. Yes, it's the same thing. So what I mean by that is two parts of the body, the head and the body. This is where the soul is kept. Your soul is in your body. It's actually down here by your sacral. Most people don't know this. And then your mind's up here. And most people don't realize their life path. If I read your astrology, your chart is telling me what your soul intends for you in this lifetime. And your soul is in your body, not in your head. It's in your body. So when you talk to your body and you heal your body physically, mentally, emotionally, and you ask your body questions, this is your intuition. This is the gut feeling people have. That's the same thing, your body. Okay? And so your heart, I've found, no matter how crazy it sounds, if you follow that one step at a time, Son of Pentacles, it will lead you in the right direction, always. I've never had a time where my heart told me something crazy that when I followed it, it led to disaster. Never. I mean, never. I mean, no matter, like, my heart, the first thing that my heart told me to do was to quit my job and to live in a co-living facility for 3 months. And it said to trust very clearly. And I did it. And it was the catalyst to not only, a beautiful relationship for me, but also my true spiritual path. So, love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, guys, so I think that's pretty much it. One more question. Only you can be you says, why does the wish need to come true only after it's been so trashed and destroyed? And to this, I would say, is it hasn't been so trashed and destroyed. Okay, it hasn't been so your wish fulfillment's separate from the chaos of earth and life. It's over here. What you perceive is that this has been trashed and destroyed because your world has been flipped upside down and all over the place by a situation and or in relationship with another person. And this is normal because this has to happen in the long term for us to realize how necessary those things were to get us to our wish fulfillment. So, and the other thing that I'm getting to tell you specifically is that you wouldn't appreciate nearly half as much or even a quarter as much your wish fulfillment without going through the trashiness and the roller coaster of the ride of life to get to that wish fulfillment. Okay? So I know that to be true both in my life and well, that's just how it works generally, I believe. So, all right, guys, that's all I have time for tonight. I got to get to work on some other stuff. But if you guys want a personal reading from me after all this, either in the tarot or astrology or both combined, you can shoot me an email at brandon.tobias888@gmail.com. It's in any of my YouTube videos. Joe, you're a little late, my man. We were going on for a little while. Check out the YouTube replay on Signs of the Soul and Stars if you want the collective horoscope and tarot reading. It's a fiery one. But if you guys want a reading from me, again, I do personal tarot and astrology, or combination readings where we delve into your situation, give you some clarity around a certain person, certain situation, or you can understand your life purpose, your mission, what you're here to do, your life purpose, where your soul wants you to go, how to heal, all that good stuff. So if you're interested in that, shoot me an email and I'll tell you about the details. Other than that, if you haven't subscribed already, Signs of the Soul and Stars. We'd love to have you as part of the Soul fam. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you found this video impactful, be sure to hit that like button so our channel can grow and we can guide more people. Lastly, if you guys are interested in how to raise your intuition, how to break into your spiritual gifts, how to go into alignment with your spiritual path, and to learn things like astrology, tarot, and build a spiritual-based business so you can impact others, be sure to check out my Patreon page. It'll be in the description box below in this YouTube video or in one of my other YouTube videos. And over at Science of the Soul and Stars Patreon, we are passionate about empowering over 10,000 light workers and regular people to step into their true gifts and impact the world. And that's our goal. So check that out. I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.